Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and you're tuned in.
Thank you, Larry. Coming to you from just... We are... The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And an alley to run. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And they'll be led out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. And the Buffet boys, the O-line. Hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. And this defensive line will be looking to control the point of attack.
And that's what they've done throughout this season. This is a terrific unit. They play together very, very well, and they don't permit big plays to happen.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
Come on, let's go!
Off the play fake. Flynn. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. They got to figure this out. They got to figure him out. 4 sacks last week. Now 1 in the first quarter. What do?
Well, great pass rushers usually have a go-to move, but the best pass rushers, they have counters to their go-to move. So they'll show you that. Then when you adjust, they counter it and still get to the quarterback. And you don't pile up that many sacks. What do you have, 4 in the game last week? Without having some go-to moves with counters.
Here's Brad Wing now to punt it away on 4th down. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And trotting out there, their tall quarterback standing at 6'5". They'll try and start this drive in the air. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon.
Offense. Still 2nd down.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this one's incomplete. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
3rd and long. They'll look to throw. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th.
I'd say that qualifies as a pretty darn good opening series. Get them into 3rd and long, get them out of their comfort zone, and guess what? Get your crowd into it early, too.
This one away by the punter, Dar. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now.
Let's go! Flip round!
On 1st down, Flynn. Gonna throw right side here, complete. And he's brought down. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. In the red zone this time.
Here we go!
Throwing on 1st down. Flynn. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll make it 2nd down. So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down.
Come on, let's go!
And they give this time to the tailback. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 4 yards on the pickup there, as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. And this defense looks for one more stop here on 3rd after the run. Back to throw. Flynn. His pass caught at the 4. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
And that's understanding where the markers are, because it's not just running to them. Because on the catch, you can actually be pushed back before the 1st down. It's getting past it and allowing that opportunity to drip back towards the 1st down line and still having picked it up. Really well run. Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know, when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
To throw on 2nd down. Flynn. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Fletcher Cox in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. This is a nice little stretch he's putting together. Remember, 3 sacks last week.
And now he's off to the races in this game because he thinks, okay, that's the start of something big because he's in a zone. He's locked in. So offensively, you've got to occupy him. Maybe even run the ball at him as opposed to passing it so he can't just pin his ears back and rush the quarterback.
Here we go!
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. A 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, and you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. I don't think anyone got a finger on it. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and
3 and
have
out.
that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. They'll set up a throw. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. And with a 3rd and 13 here, the defense in a dime look.
Let's go.
They'll look to throw here. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Avery Moss in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Now, this is where field awareness comes into play. He's getting perilously close to his own goal line, and after that sack, backed up to his own 2.
Here's Matt Darr now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll try and hurry the kick, gets it away, but it's not looking that great. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape. 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Red zone opportunity.
Let's go. 1, 9.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Good opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the sack earlier. Now a tackle for loss, another tackle for loss.
He's really making it tough on the play call, though, isn't he? Because
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week. And a good story on that. He said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I'll bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week and what we just saw there, instincts, understanding where the play is going and being able to make a play on the football.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And this is their 3rd drive right now. Maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. And the big meat on the D-line, we'll see how they do today.
And I'd hate to be an offensive lineman having to deal with these guys. They come in hungry, mean, and confident. They think that no one can block them.
Second down here after the incomplete pass.
Let's go. 3.
Back to throw here. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. He didn't get rid of the football there, took the sack, although that's easier said than done. He can't just chuck the thing sideways into the seats.
No, he really can't, because you're not afforded total protection as a quarterback. You have to get outside of the tackle boxes as defined by the NFL, meaning wherever your tackles operate normally, get outside of that, and the ball that you throw has to get back to at least the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you face an intentional grounding call.
They'll look to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Matt Darr now, standing just about on his own goal line. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And he got that one all wrong. That goes almost directly out of bounds, and this is going to be spotted inside the 25-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Flynn, that's complete right around the 8. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Let's go! Brad 38! Brad 38!
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. So an even first quarter on the scoreboard, but the threat of points on the horizon. 0-0 our score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with the football here as we begin quarter number 2. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving.
Let's go! Brad 38! Brad 38!
To throw on 2nd down. Flynn, that is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And the kick by Rosas is good. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. And we were scoreless up until this point in the second quarter. Now we finally have a little action.
Let's see where this action takes us. First quarter, no points at all. Now we've got our first score of the game. Well, does that signal that we're going to get more as we go along? Or will it revert back to what we saw in the beginning of the game?
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And now running right through it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
I love when a play results in a game that I can actually kind of fall back on one of my favorite adages, and that is anytime there's a run over 10 yards, it means that the offensive line did its job, but you know who else did? The wide receivers. Because the first 7 yards kind of belong to the offensive line and the running back. Anything after that means the wide receivers did a great job of blocking downfield, being willing to mix it up, and give them some more space to gain additional yardage.
On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
That's a good explosive run right there on the draw play. And in order for it to be successful, you've got to have some good faking going on and people having a nice little time clock in their head to understand how it all knits together. An offensive line really showing a pass set that they're going to pass block, maybe to draw in those defensive linemen, have them come upfield, and then get past them, hand the ball off to the running back, and oftentimes he bypasses the guys headed for the quarterback, thinking they're going to get a sack, and gets himself into the secondary. And in this case, he picked up really nice yardage.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Holmes has got it complete. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Throw left side complete. It's Holmes. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. The Eagles on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4.
Let's go. 3-19.
Looking to throw. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. And the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Giants are going to get the football back. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit, both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
Off play action. Flynn. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means the other guys on his team helped him out a lot, that they occupied people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation, allows him to get home.
The Giants on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd down and 12.
Here we go. What? 90.
Operating from the gun. Flynn. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. And keep your eye on that man. 4 sacks last week, 1 there here in the 2nd quarter. He can be so disruptive.
So what was he doing in the 1st quarter? What was going on?
Took a nap.
I think he tried to lull him to sleep a little bit. Like, yeah, okay, maybe you've got me this week. No longer. And you know, with the 4 sacks last week, it's obvious he gets his in flurries.
And taking a gander at the NFL scoreboard in Minneapolis. And it's the Bears who are off to the early lead. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. The punter wing is on as he sends this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory. But the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. And he'll give it here to his running back. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. A gain of 3, 2nd down. And to give this time to the tailback. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. He'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Zone now. They'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Here's the option going left on second down. And they'll get him down right around the 16. A minute 57 to go in this first half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout. Don't forget, coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Larry Ridley. Larry will have the highlights of this first half, but he won't have touchdowns because we haven't had any to this point.
But there's still time, though, partner.
Let's go. 3-19.
He'll drop to throw. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 5 at the 4. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
First down and goal, the offense knocking on the door. He'll look to throw. And he's got it. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. 3 yards is the gain that time, second and goal. They come up in an offset eye.
Let's go. Blue Navy.
They'll drop to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. On the return, it's Jalen Marshall. Oh, what a move. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And what would you say? Is it the offensive line that has caused a lot of this pressure to get back there?
That's always the first place that you have to look to see what's going on. But part of it is so difficult to simulate this type of pass rush in practice because the speed, the ferocity, the quickness, some of the change-ups and how they get at the quarterback that you may not have seen on film. All that is different. You can practice it as much as you want to. You can even insert smaller, faster guys at positions to show that the speed's going to be quicker. But until the whistle blows and you play for real, it's just not the same.
And not as easy to implement on game day. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. On 1st and 10, Flynn. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Clock rolling as the Giants will hurry to the line. Looking to throw. Flynn. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route, complete. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On 1st down, Flynn. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Looking to throw on 2nd down, Flynn. And he's got his man on the out route. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. from the gun on third down. Flynn, and this is going to be incomplete.
There's so much precision in an offense, especially when you're throwing the ball. And in an out route, plenty of it. How about the quarterback hitting his back foot, ball's out of his hands, receiver making his break, making his cut. He's got to time up perfectly. Not always easy to do.
Just let him a little too much.
Yeah, I remember back in the good old days, I was talking to a quarterback, and he said everything they did was on the count system. So when he took a snap, he counted in his head for certain routes, different time frames for each one, and he knew if the ball wasn't out of his hand at that point, he'd better eat it because the play was dead.
And out now come the Eagles. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Now a handoff looking right. Tough running there before being wrangled down shy of the 15. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop the jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. Let's take a look back at the first half. Both the Giants and the Eagles have very low rushing totals. It has not been an effective part of either team's game plan, and you wonder if either side will give a more concerted effort to run it in the second half. So let's take a look at the highlights from the first half. Late in the first quarter, Flynn's under fire and will throw the pick. Bradshaw's is happy to come away with the pick, ending the drive. Third and long. Maxwell's got the sack here. This ends up as a loss of 9. Late in the second, completion will be made here to a wide open man. And he ends up at the 19-yard line before he stopped on the play. Staying late in the second, Holmes has got nobody around him on the catch. And he capped off the 8-play drive with a TD. Eagles up by a field goal.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Second down now after the pass completion. Back to throw. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's see, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Now they'll run it on the toss. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to be out of bounds down near the 35-yard line. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Well, that's the desired outcome coming out here in the second half of being able to run the football and establish a little bit of pace and maybe even a bit of dominance at the line of scrimmage. And they want that to continue. Way too early to think about this being ball control time. But the way they're running it, you got to think they may want to continue that and see if they can go ahead and grind their opponents into submission.
And he'll work work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL, and a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Matt Darr now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And that will skip out of bounds right at about the 18-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And, you know, their previous possession, they were able to move the football, but still wound up punting in the end.
You know, in 2016, Carolina had a 20-play drive that lasted over 10 minutes. And remember how it ended?
In a punt.
Yeah, I mean, how does that happen? You just don't see that happen every day.
This one maybe not quite that bad, but still, you'd like to have a chance for points if you hold the football that long.
Agreed.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Flynn. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. The Giants on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 11. Looking to throw. Flynn. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Fletcher Cox in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Here's Brad Wing now, as he's on to punt for New York. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That play never got off the ground because of the defensive front. They owned the offensive line, which allowed the linebackers to see their openings and run straight to the ball. That's why that play just never had a chance.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. The offense on third down tonight, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They're looking at third and a few inches. Now they try the right side here. Room here to run. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But a short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
And on 2nd and 10 now.
Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that will be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Sometimes those tight ends are a mismatch. They found the mismatch there.
And that's exactly why you want to draw up those types of plays, because coverage is just going to go to the natural guys, the guys that make the big plays on the outside. But if you work your tight end into it, that's a tough one for a defense to handle.
Tough. They couldn't handle it. It worked out for 6. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line.
It's the third quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard. And while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
And New York set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there.
Hey, come on, let's go.
Throwing on first down. Flynn, and complete to Lewis over the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? The Giants on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Flynn. Quick hitter here. It's complete. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. They go play action here on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, look at the juke. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
The fumble, but they're able to maintain possession. Now it's second down.
Here we go.
Looking to throw. Flynn. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's the Giants with possession of the football but needing points as we start quarter number 4. The Giants on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, Flynn. And that is incomplete. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's going to have his running back. It's complete. And that little deke, the juke move that we saw, able to give him the first down yardage before he's brought down. It's a gain of 15 that time. And it'll be first down Giants. And he'll give it here to his running back. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Really tough drive, but that run help salvage something there, because now there's something positive that came out of it. They got to see good blocking, good push by the offensive line, wide receivers trying to get involved, a good run by the back, and now maybe it'll be a catalyst for them to look at going forward, watching it on tape. Maybe they can keep incorporating that type of a run into their offense.
And to give this time to the tailback. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. And the Eagles will go with an extra DB here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd.
Thinking pass all the way.
Operating from the gun. Flynn. His pass caught at the 4. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. And this seemingly endless drive continues.
Come on, let's go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. A long drive here, play 12 coming up for the offense. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. They gotta have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. From the gun on 3rd down. Flynn. And he will score. score. Touchdown, Giants. It's their quarterback hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Giants have got it back to a one-score game. So they fought half the battle here, but they're still down.
Plenty of work still left for them, but they delivered in the first step in their comeback attempt.
Aldrick Rosas on for the extra point. And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a one-score game in the fourth. Rosas now to kick this one away. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Let's go!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, we just saw the recipe for success right there. Big body, strong, agile, playing with great leverage in hands. Not really able to be blocked on that play. Close things down inside.
All right, here we go. Green 39! Green 39!
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well-run route.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. He's got good size. We know he's tough to bring down running the ball. That also carries over to the passing game like we saw there.
And at his size, how'd you like to try and stop him on that angle route? Him coming out of the backfield, breaking sharply, catching the football. It's going to take a lot more than one guy, most likely, to bring him down. That was a nice gain.
Back to throw now on first down. And that'll be incomplete. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
On third down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This will be third and a mile. back to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth.
They got the completion, but they didn't get the first down. So you've got to think, if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you're pretty happy with what you just accomplished there.
Yeah, and like you said, got him out of bounds, stopped the clock, kept him short of the marker. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a quarterback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
The New York set to take the field. And a great spot to start this drive from here.
Come on, let's go. Brand 38.
On 1st and 10, Flynn. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Flynn. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Let's go. White 90.
From the gun, Flynn. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th.
Slants are so tough to cover because everything happens so fast. But sometimes it happens too fast for the guy catching the ball because all of his movements have to be quick off the line of scrimmage, and then all of a sudden the ball's right on top of you. And maybe he got a little bit ahead of himself there.
Yeah, a lot of times coming in with good pace, and he dropped it. And this kick is not going to get there. It's short and no good. So the folks on hand here growing a little restless with their kicking game. That's now 2 misses so far.
And in a tight game, 4th quarter, the fans aren't the only ones getting restless, Brandon. There were a few looks of disbelief on that sideline as well.
The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Encroachment defense.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Still 1st down.
And the offense here just looking to stay in bounds, complete the short passes, and put this game on ice.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's Holmes. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Play clock winding down. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it's a second down. Fourth quarter, 2-minute warning about to hit, and it looks like they're going to get one more play in.
It'll be interesting to see what they try and do on this play. Do they try and take a shot, or do they just try and get to the 2-minute warning?
They're going to look to throw, and his throw here's incomplete.
Now that's absolutely terrific technique right there by the corner. Exhibit A. Zone coverage, knew where his man was in relation to the football at all times, and made a nice play.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. They'll set up to throw. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield across the 45. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And to give this time to the tailback. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. Now a handoff looking right. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 8. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he's brought down, but following a pretty juke move that gives him the 1st down. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. And a new set of downs here after picking up the 1st on the ground. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts this down to a 3rd and about 5. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe to get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
So here now, big spot for the kicker. It's Caleb Sturgis. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. Well, we were prepping for overtime up here in the booth, partner. Thought for sure we were destined for OT.